So we're in Roanoke and we're coming up on the AFAM Lodge 668, which is actually a Masonic lodge. Still at half mast because of soldiers that died. But Lodge 668 right here is actually, this is the Roanoke information. So Roanoke basically gave them this lodge right here in 1990. So it was constructed in 1990. We got a little side yard here. They have one, what's interesting, when I lived in Maine, there was one right down the road from where I lived in Dover Foxcroft, right by the Center Theater. But I never noticed this when it was tucked out around here. I was picking up a hot potato order, and I went, my goodness, that's a Masonic lodge for the Masons. We're here in South Lake at the Masonic Lodge right here. It was constructed in 1990. Right across the street here is a church. You can see the cross right over here, which I thought was interesting. But I gotta go pick up a hot potato order. I didn't even notice it was here. So this possibly could be a little story. It looks like a little damage going on right down here, so it's getting a little bit old. But we're in Roanoke, Texas at the present moment. So you probably couldn't hear anything I said, but it's a Masonic lodge in South Lake. Okay, we're going into hot potato right now. All right, we got it. Got it. Okay, so we got the hot potato. So it's a nice little bird right there. We got the hot potato, and there's the Masonic Lodge, delivering it elsewhere. And all of this is right by Soul. All of this is right by Soul Fire Brewing Company. And they're actually hiring right now. They're now hiring. And that's the area where hot potato is. And right over there is the Masonic Lodge. Masonic Lodge. That's where hot potato is, and a bunch of other taco dogs, all kinds of stuff. And that's Soul Fire Brewing Company. I mean, the shot, but you can see the sidewalk. Well, you can see the shot. You can. Oh, look. Still Roanoke. It's still Roanoke. Nevertheless, it can still be found as Roanoke. It's September 4th, 2021. The temperature is 98 Fahrenheit. And you can do the math on the Celsius. And one thing I do say to Adam the Woo and the Carpetbagger is the devil's script sells. And then something about the heart of a blackbird. I got it from another writer. Just thought it was a good line. Thanks. So he's in there hurting somebody. Now, this is something that I think is actually quite brilliant. It's solar panels on an apartment complex. Solar panels on an apartment complex. That's a great idea. Concerning the ghost, I just got some information. Wrong name. But there was a lady that fell off the 3rd floor in my complex on the 3rd floor in one of the units that were I'm not in a 3rd floor unit, but this is a 3rd floor unit that we're talking about. I've been in a 3rd unit before, but this particular ghost was on a third floor unit, but it is in that complex on the block of Carrollton Parkway. So that part is correct. Someone did fall. We're doing research and trying to find the correct name. So I just got the information that it's probably the wrong name. No big deal. We got other ghost stories lined up. So the Linda and Cole, the Ghost Detectives, is in process. So it is a show. It's a side show. It's not part of PSS, but it's called Linda and Cole, the Ghost Detectives. So nevertheless, we'll get the right names, but I mean, do you really have to know the exact name of a ghost anyway? Just to let you know, I believe in the Spiritus Mundi, so I was speaking out loud, and I said, we'll have the date. It doesn't sound like will height, but it sounds similar. I said will, and then I said, we'll have the date out loud, and someone honked at me. Okay, so Alicia must not have crossed over to the other side. It's very poltergeist. This is really kind of crazy. All you people that believe in ghost stories, from Grim Life Collective to anybody that's out there that's hunting ghosts, I think we have found a ghost. We're not going to try to do the Ghostbuster tactic. We're just going to try to research or somehow try to find out. I think she can speak through other people. She's a very powerful ghost. This is a very important person that died unexpectedly. It was a wrongful death. It was considered a wrongful death. We have found a ghost. We have found one. I just said we'll have, which sounds like we'll height. And also another thing too, the first message that Linda ever sent me was the word H-I, like high, right? Will height. High, you break it down, you can take the H-I out of will height, height, high, height. It means that she's probably trying to possess Linda too. So this ghost can go inside of you and possess you, make you say all these weird things that you don't mean. It's very, very, very powerful ghost. I gotta find my way right over this way. I'm trying to pick up a sandwich. All right, looks like I got it right from Schlotsky's. I'm going around this way. I can see it right here. Also, the license plate ahead of me says September 11th. I went through September 11th. And just to let you know, Daniel Johnston, who a lot of people think he had demonic forces inside of him, that actually says September 11th, and Daniel Johnston did die on September 11th. Now, I'm not saying that Daniel Johnston has anything to do with this particular ghost haunting, but Daniel Johnston did sing about a lot of ghosts. Oh, wait, look. Especially Casper. Oh, armadillo. You can barely see the armadillo, but if you freeze it right there, you'll see there's a dead armadillo. There's probably a ghost of an armadillo somewhere on this road. No, I'm just joking, but seriously, weird things are going on right now. Weird things are going on with this Alicia Wilhite. Linda's sending me weird information. There's all these articles published about it. She must be still, her ghost must be at that complex haunting, probably during the day, maybe sometimes at night. Maybe she kind of goes and talks through these wolves, or these, actually they're coyotes, but I've never seen the coyotes in the field. So I'm gonna try to get the spotlight. So when I hear the coyote, I will shine it out in the spotlight to see if we can see an actual coyote, or if it's a ghost coyote, or maybe the coyotes were out that night, or maybe they were on the balcony the night she fell. And she heard coyotes, and they went out in the balcony to investigate, and they fell off of the balcony, and she hit the ground and died and said the word hi. Okay, what I actually mean is the coyotes could not have crawled up onto their balcony, but maybe the coyotes were out making noise. They went outside.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
That's a classic car. See it right there? It's very, very classic. Anyway, I'm on a ghost story right now. Now, the coyotes could not have crawled up on the balcony, but perhaps these are spirit coyotes that are out in the field making very weird noises. They got Alicia to go out onto the balcony on the third floor. She looked out to see if she could see or hear the coyotes, and something happened. We don't know the specifics. And then they both fell off. Her and her companion, we don't have his name, fell off, and he probably fell on top of her or fell into the bushes, or something happened where he didn't die. That's over probably about 35 feet in the air, or maybe even 40 feet, 35 to 40 feet in the air. And she fell to her death. Now, there was an article published saying that Alicia did hit the ground and died immediately. The man actually was rushed to Parkland in critical condition. That means he almost died. So they both were very, very, very injured. Now, there's ghost noises, all the stuff. I heard stuff last night. I didn't have time to get to the camera, but there's something definitely Ghostbustery going on in my complex. Or just think of the movie Ghostbusters, okay? The Linda and Cole, Linda and Cole, the Ghost Detective. Just thought this was kind of creepy. This road with all these daisies. Dun, 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 dun. Oh! Now, we're very close to Denton. Denton is, in a way, it is kind of haunted. Anne Rice, the writer who wrote Interview with the Vampire, wrote a story about werewolves, and it came right out of Denton, Texas. Alicia Brooke Wilhite, is a ghost in my complex that studied at the University of North Texas, which is in Denton. Ghosts can roam around, especially throughout the day, especially if they haven't crossed over, and they don't want people to know that they haven't crossed over. It's very vain for a ghost to still be here in this vain place. This whole world is vanity. Everything is vanity. There's got to be a reason why she wanted to stay here on Earth as a spirit rather than crossing over to the other side. Does that make sense? There's something that's unfinished, okay, usually with a ghost. They stay behind because they want something to be finished. There was something that she was working on while she was here. There was a goal, there was a purpose, there was a desire, there was a want that she wanted to complete. That she's here and trying to, possess people, make noises, get people in trouble. She's throwing a fit, okay? But she's a powerful ghost, so she can travel. So I think she can actually get into like electronic devices. She can get into all kinds of crap, okay? Because the lights are now flickering in my place sometimes. I haven't got any of that on footage. It's very, very strange. We're about to drop something off. So we don't know where she's been. We don't know how she travels. We don't know her medium. She doesn't know what she travels through or what's going on. I think she's just kind of a lost ghost, but she shows up at that complex. Right now we're dropping off at some house very far away from where I am, so I'm not anywhere near, but I'm not far from Denton. The most important thing to the Antichrist, or to the people that do not believe in God, is to try to make the believer of God, to try to make the Christian irrational, to try to make the Christian not make sense, right? That's the most important thing. That's why all non-fearing God people, or people that do not fear God or the Antichrist, will go after the book of Genesis, because that's the most important book. They'll say it's all fable. They'll say that Noah was a fantastical character, that wasn't real. They'll say that Adam and Eve is fake, right? Those are the things that they go after. So if you're a Christian, the Antichrist will try to prove you as irrational. They'll go after Genesis, the book of Genesis. They'll try to destroy the book of Genesis. They don't believe in Adam and Eve. They don't believe in Noah's Ark or all the the stories of the Bible. But it's important as you being a Christian. It's important. If you're a God-fearing Christian, you will believe in every word of Genesis. You will believe in Adam and Eve. You'll believe in Noah's Ark. You'll believe in all the Bible characters up to Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ will be the most important thing that you believe in. Jesus Christ will be your number one goal. Now, Alicia White is not our number one goal. She's just a ghost haunting the place. We know there's probably ghosts, okay? Probably. Some people believe in that. It's not that big of a deal because they can't hurt you without God's permission, right? God is the overall ruler of the universe. He rules over all people and all ghosts. Amen. A bird. Oh, no, that's actually a plane. Oh, it is a plane. I was going to go for a hot dog, but I decided to go to Subway instead. And what I've been craving lately is the the spicy Italian on flatbread with everything on it. Only sauces I use is olive oil and vinegar to, let's say, the carpetbagger, if he wants to end up becoming my assistant. Basically what the carpetbagger would probably end up doing for me is he would probably just be like, think of a production assistant. I'd have him as a gopher, so he'd go do runs for me. Like, let's say if he wants to handle along with me, because I'm actually really a medium. I'm just gifted. I have the physical proof of it. I can show it to him. I have a gift from God. I can commune with the spirits of the dead. Now, he can basically run and get me coffee. If he wants to, go and grab something for me, I'll let him be a gopher. It'll take him a very long time before he gets on my show. But right now, if he wants to kind of intern with me, I'll let him do that. I'm not gonna really be able to pay him anything. And also, if he wants to intern with me, he can pay me through my PayPal. He can give me coffee. He can do runs for me, things like that. Now, when his wife got a hold of me the first time, she said that they did something called haunts, right? Because he does dark rides. So secretly, I know that he's into this like ghost story kind of stuff. Anyway, that's what he can be. He can be my production assistant, like a PA, where he can run off and give me coffee, give me something to eat, whatever, like all that stuff. I'll let him do that. He can run and go get me a hot dog, maybe give me some coffee, things like that. And I'll let him join this kind of Ghostbuster team of Linda and I called Linda and Cole, the Ghost Detectives. Just think of that little guy right there as the carpetbagger running off and grab me a bag of chips and maybe like a donut and something else that I'd like to eat in front of him. Then I'd go run off and do this story for me and do research, blah, 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 all day long. A little carpetbagger would be running around. It's like this little Waze guy right here, you see. Nah, I'm just joking. But I don't know, I could be telling the truth, you never know. It says lost home due to fire. Can't see the rest of the board. Lost home due to fire. Donate. And he's not really pushing it over to this area, or I'm sorry, directing it over. Looks like one of those guys, like the fire truck guys, or the Shriner Circus guys. It looks like something to do with, he's moving the sign where I can't see it. It said lost home due to fire is all I could read right there. So he's gathering, I guess, money, and he's not turning to this way. I wish I could help him. He would just only turn about 90 degrees towards me. Something, lost home due to fire. D-U-E to fire. Okay, due to fire. Oh, gotta go. Got the green light. Anyway, he's right on the edge of SH-114 if you want to drop off some money to him. I was looking for a website because a lot of times you can leave money in their website or their Vimeo or their Cash App, things like that. They'll put that sometimes on those signs. That's what I was looking for to try to help him. That's the backside of On the Border. Okay, so they never reported it from the kitchen as confirmed. That hurts the driver because we think they're real backed up and we don't know what they're doing. They simply just forgot to hit a button. And when they do that, it's really complicated. It's hard to describe in the app. So they have to report it as confirmed and ready for pickup in the kitchen, or we're just sitting in there waiting. So they didn't do their job on that one, but I was able to discover it. So I found it.